every minute with the fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to feed. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it. I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push a mind to a limit where it needs to feed. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss, see. I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. Choke until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see, matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed, and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind, you know I'll always manifest it.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can never doubt douse, not what I'm about. Have your fucking cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. Bitch, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my fucking mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big boss, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase it? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective. Welcome back to another pre-game show on a Chelsea Perspective. More importantly, I hope you're all doing well. Hopefully, we will get a winner today. Again, let's sit back, relax, and let's get straight into the show. Yes, people, welcome back to Chelsea Perspective once more. Welcome back to another pre-game show on Chelsea Perspective. Usually it lasts about 55 minutes or 50 minutes. It depends. Again, it's going to be fun. Hopefully we'll get the win today because we've been all Chelsea fans, you could argue, have been, or majority have been stressed given the transfer. The clubs are, you could say slow movement in the transfer market, but believe me, we will be all right. By the time the window shut, we can all be saying we had a good transfer window. But that's, by the way, we're here to talk about the London derby between Chelsea Football Club and Tottenham. And again, I'm not going to be reading too much of what we have in the chat because this is just about a 50 to 55 minutes show. if I spend time reading the comments, then we will not be able to talk about the game proper. So let me get into the chat and see what everyone is doing. The Abhinav thinks it's going to end 2-1. And this is miscommunication between Phantom and Watt, but I'm not going to try to explain that right now. He's asking a question here. Is there a lineup yet? Possibly. There will be, but I'll check it in a bit. There's a process to the show, so I don't want to mess it up. I need a goal from West Ham. What's the score? Let us know. I'm not watching the game. If Broja doesn't start, irrespective of how we perform, I get your frustration there. I hope he starts. He deserves to start. Let me see. Bless up the Kachila and the channel. Again, that's my brother and my friend, Bobby Fairview. It's been a minute, bro. Please let me know how you're doing. I hope you're doing well. Let me see what he says there. Okay, yeah, I get your message. You have issue because you're using more than 3 emojis, and whenever you do that, the Nightbot will time you out. So sorry about that. I have not been able to master how to reprogram that. So please just mind how you use emojis. Bless up the Kuchila and the planet. Yeah, thank you for saying that again, brother. I appreciate that. The lineup is good. Let me see if I have it yet. But before I do that, I want to show our predicted lineup here. In our predicted lineup, we have Mendy between the sticks, Aspi on the right-hand side of the back three, Thiago Silva leading at the back line, Koulibaly on the left, Cucurella left wing back position, Jorginho as one of the 2 sixes, Kante one of the 2 sixes, James in the right wing back position. The 2-8 we had Sterling and Mount, and the number 9 position. All the panelists thought it was going to be Kai Havertz, but we had to find out the opinion of those in the chat, and those in the chat they thought it will be Broja, so that's why we have a Broja there. But that's by the way, please keep liking the video. Let's shoot for at least 100 likes by the time the show ends. And my brother Bobby Baby says, always try to get here when I can, bro. I am doing well, loving the progress of the channel. Thank you very much. We wouldn't be here if it weren't for people like you who always supported the channel whenever they can. A big up to Chill and everyone in the house. Big up to you too. Again, let me see what we have here. So happy Mark is playing. We knew he was going to start after what he showed us in the little time he played against Everton. It'd be crazy if he doesn't start. Mount up top is a joke. Yeah, but the manager does what he wants. The boy, he's in the forward. Maybe, again, we'll see what happens. Hi, Kachila. I think that boy called Broja cannot start in a big game like this one. Maybe after the international break, or maybe in a while. I think he gets, again, he'll get minutes here and there. And then later on, he will start again starting games. I suspect RJ will play as a right centre back, RLC as right wing back. That may well be the case if they're part of the lineup. Okay, let me quickly catch up and meet up with the see what we have there. Chelsea just tweeted home debut pending for Cuckoo and Raheem. They start today, hopefully. I think they're probably starting. Yeah, if you see that, that means they're starting. Mendy, Koulibaly, James, Cucurella, RLC, Jorginho, Kante, Mount, and Sterling. Okay, let me just see what the lineup is. Hopefully, is it ready?
No,
but first of
it's
all,
a 4-3-3.
Oh, 4-3-3. We're switching formation now. So now, but the head-to-head is 18 wins for Chelsea, 9 draws, and then 6 wins for Tottenham. Let's see if this the lineup reflects here. Okay, this says it is 3-4-3. But what did they say on in the Chelsea app? Do you have it?
What I just saw looked like a 4-3-3, but it might be wrong. It might be wrong in the way it was read out. But it looked like a 4 at the back. I was like, no way.
Yeah, I think this is probably the correct one because he's played Loftus-Cheek in that position before.
Yeah,
and he executed it quite well. He inverts and supports the midfield. Again, he's been brilliant there. But my only concern is that whenever he's played there, we've been exposed defensively. Prime example being the game against Real Madrid. But we'll see how it happens today.
And that's why I came on. I was thinking, is it a 4-3-3? Is it a 4 at the back? Oh my god, I couldn't say no way. What do you not think?
Yeah, I don't think we have enough ready yet at this point to play a 4 at the back system. I don't think so. But that's, by the way, again, the lineup. What do you think? Obviously, you okay with it? Or would you have done anything differently? IBC, can you
Sorry,
hear me?
sorry about yeah. Boy, I trust it. What do I know? I trust Thomas TT, man. Let's get it. Mendy, KK, James Correa. Yeah, let me just look.
Yeah, I think really that you're breaking up, but that's fine. Ken, if you're watching, keep liking the video. Let's shoot for 100 likes by the end of the show. I think a 3-4-2-1. I think that's what it is. So it's Raheem Sterling playing as a number 9 man, and again, I'm happy that Kai is playing as a number 8 rather than
Yeah,
playing as a
it's a 3 4
yeah
2 1. You're
yeah. Which is good. Which is good. Raheem Sterling, I think it's going to be really fluid. The question will be again because with fluidity, I think we did well. I think we approached it this way last season, maybe away against. It was away when what's his name? Callum Hudson-Odoi played as one of the 2 8s. I think we did quite well, but we didn't put away all the chances we got on that day. I think this would be nice against Tottenham, but we have to be defensively cautious because the way they're set up, and Kane is playing today, and I think that game on that day Kane didn't play. I think we have to be very cautious defensively because they can. That's Antonio Conte for you. He's very pragmatic, overly pragmatic. If you ask me, actually, they will sit deep, suck up the pressure. We will have more ball than they do, but they will hit us on the break, and we'll get into looking at both teams. Tobago, welcome to the channel, brother. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Fine, fine. I can't complain. Your
Coach,
thoughts
let me leave you
on the
guys to
lineup.
it. Sorry, I just wanted to just show face quickly because I abruptly left earlier on. But let me leave you guys to it. Tobago.
Okay, all right, bro. I sent you a private message. I hope. Okay, it looks like you've responded. I'll get back to you later.
Yeah, please message me back as well, guys. Yeah.
All right.
So you guys take it easy. Good luck for the game. Hopefully, we're smiling at full time. You lot take it easy. Big up, big up, big up.
Yeah, thank you, bros. Oh, okay, now coming back to you, Tobago, your thoughts on the lineup. Do you have any reservations, or do you think it's the strongest we'll go with?
I feel like it's the strongest lineup that we can go with because, like, I thought Aspilicueta would start, but again, just the thought of a spare space up front. That's why maybe Tuchel played with James there, so that he can track a likes of Son, Harry Kane, Kulusevski, whoever's playing there. So I'm glad. Also, Loftus-Cheek as a wingback is good because he can play in the middle, he can shift to the middle, he can attack, he can cross balls. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, again, I think pretty much what we thought the lineup would be like. The only difference for me is where we have Loftus-Cheek on the right hand side there, and James as a right centre back man there. I think James isn't the best really. He's ball watching whenever the ball comes. He's always found the ball watching whenever the ball comes on the air. I hope he approaches the game differently today. I'd rather again. Let's see. We're seeing Loftus-Cheek also playing that position, and then he's had good games. In games where he's played there. Again, we seem to have more attacking threat whenever he's there. But the issue is defensively we get exposed. It's happened before against Real Madrid. I hope that's not the case today. Bobby Fergie says if TT puts Sterling down at the middle and Kai and Mount on the wings, I would lose it. He seems to take a pleasure in playing players out of position. Does he like trolling us? That's a good question, but it's a good thing they're not playing on the flanks. I think two of them are playing, you could say, inverted forwards, or maybe the 2-8, which is where I like Kai to play and Mount to play. And this guy has Cucurella on the left and Loftus-Cheek on the right. They're both, occupying what would normally be the wing back, the wingers, so to speak, not the wing backs, but. Yeah, I hope to see a positive output from those two today. Aspi in of James, the right wing back. It's RFC. Yeah. Again, let's see a clean sheet for Chelsea. I hope so. Defensively, maybe James is suspect for me in that position. I got it from the Spots app. Okay, yeah. Stalin, of course, 9, Kai right, and Merson left. Okay. Still the same, but they're 2-8 behind Sterling. That's the main thing there. My lineup is one released by Chelsea. Chelsea with that. Yep, I hope we'll win this one. The Chelsea app always gets the formation wrong. They are commentators and have no idea what the team is doing. Maybe that may well be the case, but we'll see. Let me see what else we have here. Says we're not going to score. Why do you think so? Can you elaborate? I want to know. And Just Viola says, hey, Kachila and IBC. IBC have left, but thank you for that input. Just Viola, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join us. The official lineup is Mendy, James Silva, Khalida Koulibaly, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Kante, Georgie, Kuku, Mount, Havertz, and Stalin. Just what we're seeing on the screen here, so it doesn't differ that much. Says, let me see if there's anything else I have to address here. Otherwise, I'll come back to the panel. My brother DJ Saab says, a big up Kuchela arrived at Chelsea with my dad, so the lineup looking forward to a win will be a tough game. Big up the panel and people in the chat. Yep, DJ, I hope they get a win. I know how it feels when you're in the stadium and your team don't win. So I hope we win that one. So thank you very much for finding the time to join while you're at the stadium. That makes us happy here. It's a 3-4-3 with RSC. You think so? Again, Thomas Tuchel never ceases to amaze us. There's a chance that's the case. And he just give them, he doesn't, maybe, I'm not sure how to say it, but I think, yeah, maybe the application is different, but would make to believe that the structure is 3-4-2-1, but you're saying it's 3-4-3. Okay, but we'll see. The application will show us what it is really. Here we have Ashby will get done for fun by pace. So James is right center back. Yep. I'm not sure what's going on with Chalobah. Now coming back to the panel, if you look at our midfield and the Tottenham midfield, Højbjerg and Bentancur, are you concerned? I think we're good.
Oh, Spurs midfield against us. I'm not concerned. I'm not gonna be concerned. Maybe if Bissouma was there, I was gonna be concerned, because every time Bissouma plays against Chelsea, it's like it's on another level. So Bentancur and then and as what with Højbjerg. No, I'm not concerned, coach.
Here's where I have a bit of concern. I have to be honest with you. Emerson Sessignon, so to speak, on the left hand side, he has space, and on his day, he's got good feet. Plus, he makes some good runs behind the scenes, and will play a very, very risky high line. So we have to be cautious. Maybe a Reasons will be able to deal with that. I don't know how disciplined he'd be there, because since Loftus-Cheek is here, he tended to drift in towards the central area, which is, you could argue, the reason why Thomas Tuchel stuck him in that position to help overload the midfield, and outrun the opposition. But I'm concerned, especially on B here. He's pacey, and he's a very intelligent player, although he's not the most flamboyant, but he makes good run in behind the high lines and can get you a goal if you put the ball in there. How about the left-hand side? Is that the area you're concerned?
Left-hand side. Our left-hand side.
Our right-hand side, but the left-hand side of Tottenham.
No, I'm not going to be concerned. As long as James is there, I'm not going to be concerned, to be honest, from my side. Because Rhys James, when it comes to one-on-one tackles and the speedy recovery, who's this guy now?
I don't know. I just highlighted it because I saw it. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, to be honest, from my side, coach, I'm not concerned. I'm only concerned.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm only concerned about the Spurs front three. Beside their front three, I'm not going to be concerned.
Yeah, the front three, you could argue they are, again, it's frightening. Even Kane and Son alone, the link up play between those two is awesome. Even though Kane is you could say the guy is like situated as a number 9 there, he often drops deep in, and Son will also make a run whenever Kane drops deep. So, and they both create for each other. It remains to be seen the type of chemistry they develop with is it how do you pronounce his name again? Kulusevski also. But it's frightening the fact that Kane and Son are on the pitch. But how do you think we'll be able to deal with them?
To be honest, if the only way we're gonna deal with them is avoid counterattacks. Also, have the ball a lot on our feet just to frustrate them.
Yeah, keeping the ball is Thomas Tuchel's way of playing a defensive, applying a defensive approach. Again, if you're in the chat, let us know what to think about the lineup, whether you're concerned about the personnel that Thomas Tuchel have selected. I do not like our structure on the right hand side. On the right hand side, Loftus-Cheek and James. I'd rather James play in that position. Maybe instruct them to drift towards the central area and support the midfield. But again, I agree. I've come to terms with Loftus-Cheek. He probably he understands. He has a good understanding of how the manager wants him to apply that role. But still, I'm concerned James playing the right-hand side position. Again, he ball watches whenever the ball comes in the air. It's not the strongest aerially. If you're in the chat, let us know if you have any concerns. And as you're watching, please keep liking the stream so that we can reach more people. Your support, I appreciate your support. We have 26 likes, and we're shooting for 100 likes by the end of the show. And remember, this is not the longest of shows. It's just about 50 to 55 minutes. It depends. But again, thank you for your support. Please keep liking the video and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. So if you're there, let us know if you have any concerns or if you have any questions. It says here, smash the like button, people. Yes, keep liking the video if you haven't, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. It says RFC is okay, but Havertz is in bad form. Again, I wouldn't necessarily say Havertz is in bad form, even though he hasn't. You could argue his performance has been suspect during preseason and the first game of the season. But Havertz is actually pivotal to the way we play. He's that type of player. You will not understand what he does for the team until you take him off. I think he's pivotal to the fluidity of that attacking area. Again, even when he doesn't score, he does quite a lot. That's you have to be a good footballing mind to be able to understand what he brings to the pitch. For instance, the game against Southampton, he didn't score goals, but if he wasn't on the pitch, the attack wouldn't be as fluid as it was that day, let alone us getting the chance to score. I think it was 6 goals or so. But that's, by the way, RFC will carry the ball with pace and also will help overload the midfield area or in the final third, especially. It says, I'd rather see Ziyech than Mount. What do you think about that argument, Tobago?
I rather sub a ZH with a Havertz, not Mount. Mount, it's a hard worker. Also, it's a London derby. This kid thrives when it comes to London derbies. So I rather sub Mount, Havertz than Mason Mount.
It makes sense. Again, I think Mount understands. Should I say the size of the occasion, if you prefer? He's Chelsea through and through. We made and his industry also. As much as I've argued that maybe Thomas Tuchel sometimes overplay him, but his industry, I think you could argue, is one of the things Thomas Tuchel values the most. Even when he's mentally tired, if you play him, you still get 150% out of him as of the player. Okay, it says here, bring in Kai. Kai is there. He's there. Are you talking about the predicted lineup? So again, if you haven't, please keep liking the video. We have 68 people watching, and we have 63 likes. 27 likes. Please help us reach 100 likes by the end of the show. Since between, congratulations to Timo Werner for scoring. Yeah, congratulations to him. A good start. I wish him well in his return to Leipzig. I hope he does well. Ziyech will come on second half. Usually, I don't like it when if he doesn't start games, I'd rather him not come on. I prefer him starting. I think when he comes on, he knows he's a player who's confident in his ability. Bringing him on doesn't work. I think by then he's given up on being part of the of that particular game because he's not happy starting off or standing on the bench. Yeah, I heard that too. Well, we have the wing back team, so hopefully they will play well and sport our offense like 150 million in wing backs. Is that is that what it is? Or theirs or ours? I'm not sure. Again, I am happy Timo is gone. Good luck to him. If you're watching, let us know if you have any concerns, and we'll try to look at it. Let me see anything else here to look at here. Let me see quickly. Okay. Here, Red Star FC says Chelsea needed to win the midfield battle. If we can, then Conte will not get any goals. Again, we need to win the midfield battle, which means Conte need to be. We need balance between attacking Tottenham and also defending. Because, like I've mentioned before, Antonio Conte is, to me, he's actually overly pragmatic. All he cares about is winning. It doesn't have to be pretty, which means they don't mind sitting back and hitting us on a break. And I think if you look at their lineup, they are actually well equipped to execute a counterattack against us very well. Senseion is quick, Ryu is quick. Again, plus, again, the application of how they attack, again, I don't think everybody will be back defending. He'd always have one of Kane or Son close to the center circle area. So when they get the ball, it'd be easy for them to counter and score against us. We need to move the ball fast in the midfield. Yeah, when you have Jorginho there, at times we're seeing how he frustrated Raheem Sterling in the game against and during the game against Everton. Raheem will be waving, raising his hand up, expecting to get the ball, and then ends up not getting it. He got frustrated to a certain measure. But I want to get the thoughts of Tobago. Your thoughts about the suggestion that we need to move the ball quicker. Do you think we're equipped to do that, given that Jorginho is still in the midfield there?
To be honest, when it comes to Jorginho, I don't feel like we are going to move the ball quick. Also, I hope to get today, Jorginho and Kante will have a connection together, because last game they were too far from each other. They didn't have a connection at all. Just like, for example, if you can watch Jorginho and Kovacic, the way they play together is like a man and a woman, a husband and a wife. They connect very well. So we need to fix that today, because if they're going to keep a distance again, that's where they lose a lot of balls. Just like previous game, they lost a lot of position. So we need to avoid that against Spurs, because if you're going to lose a lot of position, they're going to hit us with counters, and that's where they thrive. So we need to be careful on that.
Yeah, but I agree with you. We need to be cautious. It's important that we attack, but we need a balance between attacking and defending. Again, I'm not sure how we're gonna, get in terms of moving the ball quicker. I don't see that happening with Jorginho on the pitch. Maybe with N'Golo Kante, but still, that's just not the strongest suit. I think we'll be able to deal with the Tottenham midfield in terms of not allowing them run over us, because Kante is there. But from the aspect of moving the ball quicker than usual, nothing have changed in the midfield. So we'll still see the same lethargic, maybe Jorginho, opting to go backwards or sideways rather than finding the player that makes a run. Again, we have 70 people watching and we have just 29 likes. Please, I'm begging you guys, help us achieve 100 likes by the end of the show. And again, if you haven't, do subscribe to the channel. Also, if you haven't, again, thank you very much. Let's see what else we have in the chat here. If you have any concern, put it in the chat and we'll try to look at it. Chelsea Boy said TT is on a different level tactically. We can only pretend to underline, we can only pretend to under his plan, and then he pulls off a masterclass. He's proven that he is, again, unpredictable, and I hope that happens like today. Hope we get to win. The three players up front will rotate, by the way. Yeah, it will be fluid. Forget about how they are situated in the structure right now. Again, that's why fluidity is important to Thomas Tuchel. And sometimes you'd see Mount there up front as the number 9 guy in the number 9 position. Sometimes it's Havertz, and again, it's good. But my concern is that are we gonna put away the chances we get. No, that's not gonna happen. Pogba has gone to Juventus already. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. 25 minutes will break up a Conte play. Again, the play is simple. The approach is usually simple. Look, whenever team Conte coaches, first thing they try is to get the first goal because they are well drilled in terms of countering teams. So usually Antonio Conte prioritizes getting the first goal, and if you can frustrate them and not let them get the first goal, usually you get a chance to win the game. But we play a very, very risky high line again. Hopefully they don't get a chance, to bypass that and score against us because they have lethal finishes in Kane and Son. You could say 7 out of 10 chances they get, they put them away. But that's, by the way, Abhinav says it's James better at defending or attacking. I think it's better if he can do both. You could say 50-50, but not, for me, not as a right centre-back, man. I think he's suspect aerially. Except if the ball is on the carpet, be rest assured he'd do well. But aerial balls, he struggles. Even sometimes on the carpet, he can be, putting rash tackles again and then cause a penalty or that. Tobago, your thoughts on this question? Do you think Reece James is good or better defending or attacking?
To be honest, from my side, after seeing him recently, I rather play him there as a right centre back because, like, if you've seen him a lot of times on preseason, even the Everton game, he doesn't go forward more frequently the way we knew Reece James. Maybe he doesn't trust his abilities again. I don't know what happened to that Reece James because, like, if he's going to go forward and we're going to love him, so I'd rather have him there because even if he passes the backwards to Mendy, I don't mind. Rather than giving back from let me say, like, from a right centre back passing to Chukwuemeka or whoever's there. It's wasting chances. So I'd rather play him there today. And I know Loftus Cheek is good forward, so it's going to give us something different.
Yeah, he gives us something different in the sense that, again, he helps. Again, he adds to the fluidity of the attacking area, and also he drifts into to overload the midfield area. I think that will work, but it's still a risk because Conte is tactical good enough to exploit that. If he understands that, maybe if he's seen that game against Real Madrid, and not just against Real Madrid, defensively will suffer whenever Loftus-Cheek is there. Except my confidence is that we have N'Golo Kante here. Let me use this. Sorry, just give me a second. Let me show this. We have N'Golo Kante here, so I have to change this. Let me just change this quickly to explain what I want to explain. Here we have James, and here we have RLC, right? RLC. So because we have Kante here, even when this guy moves up or somewhere in the middle here trying to help out, Kante can easily drift right to cover because he reads the game quite well. So he can sense the danger, and then be in the right place to cover for RLC, who's in this particular position. But then again, there's no guarantee that Kante will be close by to help because these guys, their counter attack is usually orchestrated in a blistering speed. If you paid attention to how they counter oppositions, but that's, by the way, again, Abhinav says that Havertz played better last match or scored a goal, or I missed a match in between for him to start. Broja has played in the Premier League too. I get the argument. Again, like I argued, even when Kai doesn't score goals, I think he's well suited to Thomas Tuchel's approach. Thomas Tuchel's approach to the game. Again, that's why probably he prefers having him on the bench. But at some point, I think we'll start seeing Broja more often than not. But right now, I think Kai, you could argue, is better equipped and understands the system better than Broja does. I get your concern. I actually thought maybe Broja would start this one. Chalobah injured. just wait until next week. Semi like Kovacic. I didn't know Chalobah was injured. I didn't know that. I thought he was just maybe he's not in good form. I think it will be 4-3-3 in attack and 5-3-2 in defense. The problem is I've never seen us execute these transition effectively. You could argue that, but again, there are games where a different structure in defense, a different structure in attack. Again, so I'm not really concerned about the execution. But we'll see what happens. Again, keep liking the video, people. We have just 32 likes, and we have about 15 minutes to round off the show. So if you haven't, please do take a second to like the video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we've gained a few subscribers today, so thank you very much for that. We have Mark Cucurella left-sided. He will play a fast pace of football. Okay, switching in terms of he's good, and I expect him to get an assist today. But we'll see what happens. Says we are starting Harvard, who's struggling. Mount is in the forward. Starling will be isolated. Our midfield doesn't pass the ball up. We don't. The transition is always slow, and nothing has changed there to argue that maybe it will be different today. But again, let's be positive a bit. You cannot put Aspie at right centre back. Hence, Reece James is in that position. But I get the argument. James is suspect aerially. That's how I see it, but I hope he does well today. I think it was Eric that suggested that may well be the case today, and it's showing that that's the case. I'm going to come back to Ty, who just joined the panel. Ty, your thoughts on, the lineup. Do you have any reservations?
Nope.
Do you think that's the most weak?
Nope.
Ty.
This was my preferred. This was my preferred 11, so I have no problem with it. Because this is the exact same thing I expected. Based on the fact that I saw Tuchel bring on Ruben Loftus-Cheek to play as a wing-back, that was the first indication to me that is something.
And every time Loftus-Cheek played there, he did well. Go ahead.
Yes. So and that is why, because when he came on, he did better in that role compared to Reece James. And Reece James was playing as that right centre back, and then Aspie was the left centre back. So I'm fine with this, and this was the lineup I was expecting. I mean, I know some people would say, "Oh, I would have liked to see Broja and Havertz is not in great form," but at the same time, I mean, come on, he could turn up in this game. He did the last game, and I mean, it worked out. So you never know. Sometimes players have off games, and he could just score a goal and everybody forgets.
You mean who scores a goal, everybody forgets? But that's, by the way, again, we'll see what happens.
I'm saying that he scored a goal. Remember, and then he broke his finger, I think.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, Kai. You're talking about Kai?
Yeah. So he can have an off game, and then he scores today, and then it's fine, and everything's forgiven. He's that type of player. When not a lot of people understand his importance to the team, and it's easy. Again, he's not, his form, you could argue, isn't helping matters too. If he can, show, we understand his importance to the team, maybe just top it up with a goal or two or an assist, or finish up chances when they come to him, then people will start looking beyond, whether he's underperforming or not. But that's, by the way, hit the like button, people. Yes, we have 37 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 likes by the end of the show. Again, we're getting there. We have just a few minutes, about 12 minutes to round up the show. I hope we can get it there. If Kai is slipping in 35, TT should take him off. Maybe he does that. I get where that is coming from. TT doesn't shy away from taking players out, even though if it's in the 10th minute. But we'll see what happens. Kai is a big gun player. If he doesn't deliver today, he needs to see that bench for 3 games at least. 3 games, not 3 games. He should see he should see for 3 months.
Maybe that will wake him up. Again, I get your argument. I say it's all about a midfield battle. It's all about the midfield, and I hope we win that one today. Anyone watching NF? No, I'm not. How can I be watching?
By the way, I just realized that Spurs are playing the exact same lineup they played last season.
They played against us last season.
Yeah, the exact same formation. There's no new signing there, right?
Yeah. Who's this guy? Was this guy Kukulazovsky? Isn't he new?
No. He came in January.
Okay.
Yeah, he played. He played against us. So remember, we played them. We played them in the Carabao Cup, and then we played them in the league when we won 2-0 and 1-0 or something like that.
Did Bentancur play that day?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
So they're playing the exact same lineup. No new signings there. Man, they look like they have some plan though. They have a plan though.
Oh yeah, you can trust Conte, but Conte hardly switches. Conte hardly switches from a back three. You know how stubborn he can be.
Could be a 4-4-2 in all fairness, though. It could be 4-4-2 because he's practically playing two. Yeah, he's playing two wing backs basically. And that's the same thing he did against us when we won 2-0. He played a fullback.
Yeah. Again, his hair is. Yeah. But that is hilarious. Again, if you're watching, please take a second to like the video. We're just 39 likes. We hope to get it to 100 likes by the end of the show. Again, we can keep Kane and Son silent. Our defense is amazing. You think not when it's an area ball. I don't trust Reece James with area balls. I hope he proves me wrong today. Let's see what we have here. Ziyech scored in January at Stamford Bridge, and it was a delicious goal indeed. Was that goal at home? That curved goal from outside the box? Not sure whether it was at home or away. Again, Hasselblanc loved to score against Spurs. Do we have anybody here who loved to score against Spurs? He's gone. Alonso. He scored a few against them.
But Alonso is sadly gone.
Yeah, sadly he's gone.
Oh,
yeah,
no, Ziyech.
Yeah, how many goals has he scored against them?
Ajax, before Spurs knocked them out. I remember that. Then he scored against them in the preseason. Then he scored a curling goal against them again. And he did good against them in the EFL Cup final, ELF Cup semi-final. So he loves it. He loves a game against Spurs, it looks like. But he's not playing.
Okay, we'll see. Conte team is a little better this year. Will be good. A challenge for Arblis. A good challenge indeed. I hope we win that one. Again, says Atiti has known how to set up for Conte and Spurs. Don't bank on that. Conte is a smart man too. Probably will be looking on the best way to approach the game to beat us. And I'm guessing the reason he started the same 11 that played against us last season is because he feels like they'd be railing, to play against us to get a revenge. And probably they know us better than the newcomers. You could argue that. And I think he did the same thing in the first game. He didn't start any new players, right? But that's, by the way, it's unlikely Ziyech will start a game unless he remains after the window closes. Yep, I agree. That's unfortunate. He's a player I love so much and would want to like, but I still see him leaving. Especially now the Manchester United, you could argue, obviously, they are desperate. They may well reach out and see if he's willing to join them. Come on, you Blues. Yeah, come on, you Blues. TT have not lost a game against Spurs. Yeah, but records are meant to be broken, and it takes a day to just break one. So I hope we'll see the best of our boys. Yeah, because I believe the bigger the occasion, the better we play. Hopefully, we get a winner today. Let me see anything big up. Smash that like button and say Steve Chelsea. Yes, please do smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. What else do we have here? Says Mark knows how to move the ball fast. Interchange and play, but he's on the left hand side. We're talking about the midfield proper, but he counts in this structure. You could argue he counts as a midfielder. It depends on how he applies himself in the game too. Again, we could count him as a midfielder there. Anything else? I think I'll just scroll to the very bottom. Okay, it says, I hope everyone is keeping well. Yes, we're keeping well. I hope you're keeping well too. And I hope you're more confident than you were during the Blue Morning show where you were saying that you're not confident. I hope you're confident. Now, it says, Chelsea are a much better team. You think so? Okay, I hope that's the case. Coming back to the panel, Ty, looking at your side, I know you've spoken about it a bit. Are you concerned about any player there?
Honestly, I mean, this the only player I'm really concerned about is Jorginho and Kante. The midfield is an issue for me because I mean their midfield on paper doesn't look like it's really a problem, I mean, Højbjerg could probably create something, but I mean, Kulusevski, Son, and Kane. Because the only thing is that Son didn't play against us. Actually, he didn't. He didn't play against us.
Which
I
was
think
it?
he
The
was
first
injured.
leg? Was it? What is the first leg that Kane didn't play? I think he
I
was
think
injured.
so.
Yeah,
I
during
think
their
so.
home
I don't
game
know.
against us, I think he didn't play. He was injured.
Yeah, and then Son didn't play a game against us, and yeah, it was the same game when Kane Kwonko pushed Silva and then scored, and it was disallowed. So
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a possibility of that. So we didn't really play against the strongest team. Well, we did actually. Yeah, I remember because that was when Kepa was still playing, and Kepa had to make a save, and he collided with Son. Yeah, he did play that game. So we haven't really played against the strongest team in terms of who's in form. So we're going to play against them now. So my concern is the midfield in terms of Jorginho and Kante, because Kante wasn't the greatest in the past game. He was giving the ball away after he started off good and he started giving the ball away. Jorginho can control the game and everything, but sometimes he is a bit rash in terms of making those decisions and probably losing the ball. I know with this
Or
team,
he's never quick. He's never
yeah,
quick.
he's not quick, and sometimes he hesitates on his next move. So my concern is that they'll be pressing us, and we could end up having a downfall in that sense. But the positive I think is that we can easily change to a three in midfield with Loftus Cheek playing as a right wing back, because I think Declan was the one who said this, is that when he was playing there, he wasn't really playing as a wing back. He was playing more like a third or right midfielder. So in
Yeah,
that
he
sense,
overloads the midfield for us.
yeah. So I think in that sense, there's a tactical plan there in terms of using him there, and that could actually help us because we would be outnumbering their midfield because they're playing Bentancur and Højbjerg, who are two general midfielders. So I think there's a tactical plan there, but I think the goals could actually come from the wing backs actually, and it's about what Loftus Cheek does. And I think Cucurella, he's getting his first start at Stamford Bridge, and his first start with the team. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And Sterling and Cucurella could be a good link up on that left side, because I think that could switch. It could be in the center, it could be on the left, and it could be vice versa. But I'm really concerned about the midfield part of it.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you this quickly. What do you think about James' aerial ability?
His aerial ability is not one that I'm really confident with, and considering the fact that you have Kane, who's gonna be on that right hand side sometimes, and then Son would probably switch over to the left. It's gonna be a
Even
concern.
Sessegnon, who makes good running and behind the defender.
Yeah,
So
and that's where he scored their first goal against Southampton to come
yeah,
back from 1-0 down. So my concern in that regard is he's not the greatest aerially. But we'll have to see what happens, because I mean, he's not the tallest himself, but I mean, sometimes he can win the ball, but sometimes he loses the aerial duels in terms of when the opponent's goalkeeper kicks the ball out and try to head the ball up back the pitch. He's not really good. He's easily beaten by that. He's more of a player who's better when it comes on to ground tackles and ground duels in terms of winning the ball back, making interceptions, and then playing the ball up the field. So that's one of my concerns. I mean, Aspie is not the tallest, but he has some level of ability of hitting the ball out for a throw-in, probably in a sense. So he has intelligence in terms of that. So that could be another indication of some issue. But I think Silva could probably facilitate that, and Koulibaly could probably help, because I think I think Tuchel considered the weaknesses that James possibly has in terms of that area. And I mean, Cucurella is another example, because we defend as a five. So the only players that could actually be of great help is probably Loftus Cheek. And if we do some tactical thing where Loftus Cheek is playing as a right centre back, switching with James, vice versa, or you have James going at wing back and he's right centre back, that's the only way I can really see it really working on that right side. But I mean, I think there's some really tactical plan behind this system or formation that's being utilized.
Yeah, I think Ty, that's a good analysis of James's aerial ability again, and how much of a concern it is. How we it is a concern for me. But hopefully they don't get the chance to put the ball behind there, because I think tactically, even though you could argue, even though his teams are very predictable, but the application differs from based on teams they play against. I'm talking about Antonio Conte's team. Hopefully they don't get the first goal, because that's usually how he aims to start the game. Because if they get the first goal, we'll find ourselves in a dire situation. Too focused to go equalize the goal, and they can score more. Tie. But while I'm still with you, what do you think the outcome of the game will be? And if you're in the chat, let us know what you think the outcome of the game will be. Yeah, Ty, can you hear me? What do you think the outcome of the game will be? Tobago, if you're ready to go, you can come in. Let us know anything else you want to talk about, and let us know what you think the outcome of the game will be.
Okay, first of all, after predicting my score, I've got to go because I need to call someone. My score prediction, Chelsea will win 2-0.
You don't think we'll concede?
No.
All right, I understand. As for me, thank you very much. You can share the link to your channel in the chat if you have time. If not, again, I have told you to send me the credential of your channel, how you want me to add it to the description section, including your links to your social media platforms where you have, for instance, like Instagram and all that. If you check ties in the previous show, you will see how I add them. Again, to me, I think it will be 3-1. I think we'll concede 1 goal. They will hit us on the counter and get 1 goal from there. Again, if you're watching, let us know what you think the outcome of the game will be. We'll have 42 likes. Again, we're about to end the show. If you haven't, please, we may not get it to 100, but if you haven't, please take a second to like the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. What do you think about Agency's aerial ability? 29% says concerned, 59% says unmanageable, and 12% says poor. That says that I think a lot of people understand he's not the best aerially. Keep liking the video and subscribe to everyone. Again, Ty, are you there? Or I'm going to move on and then come to the end of the show. Scroll to the very bottom. Again, Glenn says 2-1 Chelsea. Quincy Quinto Oyewat says 2-0 Chelsea. 2-0 win. Louis Rivera. Drop score predictions in the chat. Yep, people drop it. Let's see. Do I see anything else different here? I hope no idea what to. I have no idea. Again, you're probably freaking out. It says 1-1. That's my cousin saying 1-1. I'm going to fight you whenever I see you if it ends up becoming 1-1. Come on, you Blues. Again, thank you very much for everybody that's found time to join us. I'm going to end the show as soon as possible so that we all can go watch the show. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you guys enough. God bless us. See us. I'm hoping if there's a chance, we will start watch along, but it will be from the next game. And also, I hope to do a post-game show today. If I cannot, you guys will know. Thank you. God bless us all, and bye.